Okay, welcome to example number 2 of your nose cone drawing in Fusion 360. So again, I've started a new model. It's untitled so far. First thing I want to do, as always, is change my document settings to make sure that I'm in millimeters. If you're already in millimeters, then not to worry. You might be able to not have to do this step. So now that I'm in millimeters, I can move forward. So in this example, I'm going to use an arc, and I'm going to use to create my nose cone. To create an arc, what I have to do is I'm going to draw, not on the actual X and Y plane like I did in the last example. I'm actually going to draw on the X and the Z plane. So this is a little bit different. So I'm going to start a new sketch, and I want to draw on the X and the Z plane. Okay, so you can see that I have Z going to the bottom and I have X going off to the right, which is okay. Not 100% ideal, but that's okay. We can work with this. So I'm going to use the line command, and I'm going to draw two lines. I'm going to draw one line along the X axis, and I'm going to draw another line. So I draw the line, hit escape to get out of the command, go back to the line command, and I'm going to draw a line along the Z axis. And then I'm going to hit escape again. Okay, so there's my two lines. Now I haven't given them any size. I'm going to size the bottom line to be half of the diameter that I want. So say my bottle was 150 millimeters in diameter. Half of 150 would be 75. That's my radius. So I'm going to do 75. And the height of this line is the same as the height of my nose cone. So my nose cone in this case, I want it to be 150 millimeters. So I'm going to give it a dimension of 150. And there you go. So I'm still in the dimension command. I can hit escape and I get out of that. Now what I want to do is I want to draw an arc between this point and this point. I can go up here to create, and down here there's the arc command. Now you have a couple of options: 3-point arc, center point arc, or a tangent arc. I'm going to use for my first example a 3-point arc. So I'm going to click on 3-point arc, and if I just pause for a minute, it actually tells me what it wants. Place the start point. So my start point is going to be the end of the line here. And then what it's asking me to do now is place the end point. So the end point is going to be this end. And then it's saying place a point on the arc. So here you can play with this and you can drag it out as far as you want. I'm going to say I want something that looks like maybe a little bit less that direction, something like that. So there I have my arc, and I can hit escape to get out of the command, and I can move forward from there. Okay, now that I have my arc drawn, I drew the arc, the 3-point arc. Now that I've drawn my arc and I have my shape of my nose cone, I can finish my sketch. And then if it doesn't go into a 3D view, you can change that just by clicking on the little house icon up by the view cube. Now what I want to do is I want to do a revolve. I don't want to do a loft. I want to use a revolve. So I click on revolve, and this pop-up menu will come up. If it hasn't selected your nose cone triangle yet, you can go ahead and click select here and then select in the middle. Right now it's asking me for the axis. So the axis I want the revolve around is this line here, and boom, you can see that it creates the nose cone for me. I want one side, that's fine, 365 or 360 degrees all the way around. I click OK, and there is my nose cone. Now, just like the other example that we used, or I demonstrated, this is a solid shape. So I have to shell this. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to go to the shell command, and I'm going to click on the bottom circle, and I'm going to click 2 millimeters for my shell, and then I'm going to go OK. And there you have it. I have a nose cone. Okay. Now, again, it's really important that you use the dimensions that fit for your bottle. The only other thing you have to do now is have to make sure that you save it. So you go up to the floppy disk, click on there, make sure that you're in grade 9 tech 2021, bottle rocket, and as always, it's your last name, underscore nose cone example. This one's number 2. There you go. I'm going to click save. And that's how you draw. That's the other way to draw your nose cone. Hope this helps. Have some fun and enjoy your day. Take care.